Hi guys, today I want to show you how to create and use power grades in DaVinci Resolve and why it's better than using just a regular LUTs. I know a lot of people just use LUTs, but the problem is you can't control it. You apply it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and usually it doesn't work because LUTs created for specific scenes, and people don't really care about like creating LUTs and upload it in the internet. So if you didn't make it by yourself, probably it's some trash. 10 seconds about me. I'm Zaya. I work on HBO project. I work on 1,000 music videos, commercials, and a lot of different stuff. I'm born in Russia, but I live in Los Angeles for the last almost 15 years. Okay, let's jump into DaVinci Resolve. I can show you the project. So here it is, and this is pretty regular. Let's put like a Ultra HD image scaling. We will use like a scale full frame with crop, color management, DaVinci URGB, timeline color space is DaVinci, white gamut, intermediate, and output color space it's RX 709A. I work on a Mac. You can use Gamma 2.4, which is kind of like a standard, but when you work on a Mac, it's more safe if you deliver your footage to the internet, YouTube, Instagram, everything else, like in the web. Rec 709, it's a go-to settings, trust me, just use it, and if you work on a Mac and use safe and you're ready to go. Okay, I uploaded 3 different footage from different cameras. First of all, it's a Blackmagic RAW, this footage from Alexa Mini, and this one, I guess it's a Blackmagic 2. Okay, so this is a ProRes Blackmagic, ProRes Alexa Mini, and BM RAW. So I want to show you one little trick you can use to just like immediately have a great result. If you go to the color management and use color space, color science, DaVinci URGB color managed. So this soft will automatically, and we change it to sRGB, which is like a standard for the internet and for the web. And when you save it, voila, the footage from BM RAW immediately became pretty good. So this is our like a standard Rec 709, and you can start working this with this footage, but it's already Rec 709 contrast image. You actually can deliver immediately, but it's not a color correction. So what is color correction? Let's switch it back to DaVinci URGB. Let's talk a little bit about what is a color correction. So color correction, and when we start making the, let's actually jump to color page, and this is our, for now, node 3. So this is a gallery. When you can create some different albums, like a still album, you can create like a power grade album. So, and we will not create it, but you see I have a lot of already. And all of these albums can save your power grades, and you don't have to create it one more time, like again and again, with all the huge different node tree. You can just like save it. I will show you how to do that. Okay, so when we talk about color correction, the first thing we should do it's create our correct 709 footage. So how we can create it? So we have to create one node corrector. Okay, so now we have 2 different nodes, and the first one we will call CST, because we will use CST to create our node 3. Okay, let's find color space transform here in the effects, and let's change input color space into DaVinci Blackmagic white gamut Gen 405. Input gamma it's Blackmagic film Gen 5. Generation 5, and output color space it's DaVinci white gamut, and output gamma color space DaVinci intermediate. Boom, perfect. Another node we will create, it's the color space transform out, CST out. And here's it, what we have. We have DaVinci white gamut, input gamma DaVinci intermediate, and output color space is Rec 709. But output gamma is Rec 709A. And now we can hop. And you see the results. So right now we have our perfect corrected Rec 709 from the Blackmagic footage. Now we have to create our node tree, and this is our power grade, which will be our color grade, our power. Okay, and now we will create our power grade. Let's see what is color correction is actually, because sometimes people think we can just make it bright, we can just make it dark, we can do something, but like we can like add saturation and do some crazy thing. We can do like some hue and play with that, and this is our color correction. No, it's actually not, but results can be a little bit cool. Very cool. Okay, first of all, what we have to start from, it's create a node. I will create it, but I will not connect it yet. So the first node, it's actually our exposure and white balance. In the first node, we will check these two settings. Another node we will need for the contrast. I don't want to make a lot of like too much complicated, but and sometimes you don't need all these nodes, but it's great to have it in your power grade. Saturation, another node, and then when we speak about color correction, we always have to worry about like some particular colors, some like areas in our footage, and now we can create different color correctors. For example, 2. And these correctors will be our correctors for the mask. So we will create some mask. And now we need parallel mixer to just make this, connect these nodes to our node tree. After that, we can work with our look. After we create this look, we may still have to do some adjustment. Let's create 2 correctors for that and another parallel mixer. Okay, so what after that? After that we need some like texture. Maybe it's a grain, maybe it's some like codec effect, some like a film effect. Doesn't matter, but if we need it, here's a note to edit texture. And after the texture, we will need another tool. Let me show you. Let's actually connect all our nodes, and this is pretty simple actually to see node tree. And this is our texture, which goes to CST out. Bam. And now everything connected. And now when you start doing some color correction, for example, like a white balance, let's add some like, for example, like a white balance. Let's see what we can create. So this is a raw, so we can go to the raw settings and we can change to ISO to like a 400. We can go to like highlights recovery if needed, or not like in this shot. The contrast, so we can make it a little bit maybe like brighter. Let me show you just how you can save this node, and let's open our gallery. Let's create some new power grade album. So this is empty, and now we just really simple grab the seal, and this is our power grade in our album. If we go to another like a footage, we can just apply the grade, and it's not just like a LUT applying, and you can change like saturation, separate, or something else. You can see all the node tree. It's a safe right now. So, and you can actually change everything. So for example, let's pick our mask tool, and let's go to color wrapper. Let's use this one, and let's pick the color yellow, and let's change it a little bit like this. Perfect. Let's grab the blue ocean, bam. And now you see, maybe this one is too much. Okay, but this is what I'm talking about. So this is color correction. So you start to do something, you start like pick the color, pick the area, and here in the look you can actually use like a film LUT creator from the DaVinci, and it actually works sometimes really good. Or we can like split it. In this shot, same, like let's go to color wrapper and pick this couch and change the color of the couch. And you see, immediately it's became a little bit interesting. And you can change it in Power Grades. So then, how you can share it? So you can export the file. And when you go to, for example, let's export it like a JPEG to our movie folder. I export, and when I go to here, I see DRX file. So this DRX file, it's actually my my Power Grades. So you can actually send it, you can share it, and I will share these Power Grades and in my YouTube channel. So in this video, check link in the descriptions. I will save this Power Grade so you can actually use it. You can copy this timeline. It's super easy. But we have some problem in this setup. For example, when we work with different cameras, Arri Alexa, for example, let's apply the grade. It looks good because Blackmagic and Arri cameras pretty much similar, but we have some problem in the first nodes, CST in, because when we change the camera, when we change the source, we have to change the input color space to, in this case, to Arri white gamut. It's Arri Alexa, so pretty old, like the previous gamut. And here input gamma, it's a Arri log C. So this is correct. This is correct LUT. And all other nodes stay the same. So don't worry about it. For example, another shot. This is shot from Sony A7S. Let's actually, I don't remember what's exactly, but I remember it was like a sign, this one, and input gamma probably, what do you think? S-Log 2, I guess, or S-Log 3, probably, yeah, S-Log 3, bam. And what we see immediately, it's kind of like a little bit bluish, like very cold image. We go to our white balance, and can we go to, no, we don't have any options with raw. But we can use color temperature in DaVinci Resolve, which works like this. Maybe not perfect. But when you use your gamma, it's much... Okay, and we add some like a film grain, and it looks like this. So with no film grain, it's gonna be like this, but I like it how it looks with film grain. And then what we can do, okay, you see, and now we have like a 3 different cameras, 3 different footage, but our node tree keeps the same all the time, and I like how it looks like. And before and after, and you just made it once, and you can use it in any footage with any cameras, and it's much better than LUT, and you can create a LUT from this Power Grade and download it, upload it straight to your camera, and it works much better. So my name is Zaya. Download this Power Grade and use it instead of LUTs. And I can tell you, a lot of professionals in HBO and Netflix who are doing some like a documentary, even narrative work in these companies, they use pretty much the same color, pretty much the same node tree. I saw it 1,000 times, and it works all the time. When you need like a pretty specific standard, sometimes we don't use like a CST, color science transform, but if you use it, this is the perfect right tool to make it. Because the LUTs, by the end of the day, I download like 1,000 LUTs from Artlist, and they looks good on the footage, on the particular footage they use, but in your specific project it doesn't work at all, and you will spend like thousand hours to find the perfect LUT, but you can use this system and in 5 seconds you get a great Rec 709, and then just like play with contrast, with some like a look you want to create. And because the hardest part, it's always to think like what I want to do, so what I want to create from this footage. For example, like, do I want to go like a little bit crazy with this swimsuit, or maybe I want to go and maybe I don't know, the water, like maybe background. Let's see. Maybe I want to keep like a background colder or something like this one. So use some like masks, or I want to push the saturation like a little bit. Yeah, so the hardest part is to create in your mind what you want to do with this footage. Okay, so my name is Zaya. Download this node tree. Tell me what you think about this node tree. Maybe you don't like it, but I feel like this is the most, because I saw like 1,000 ways to color grade your footage, and this is the most simple way to make it. And still you can use it with your phone, with any cameras, and with any footage. Okay, my name is Zaya. Please subscribe. This is my new YouTube channel. I have another one in Russian language, and thank you so much. Bye bye.